Did you know some USA nickels are worth thousands? And no, I'm not talking about the ones you already know. Did you know some USA nickels are worth thousands? And no, I'm not talking about the ones you already know. Curious? Keep watching to discover if you're sitting on a hidden fortune. Like and subscribe to find out which ones. Welcome to PP Coins. Could a simple nickel from 1958 make you rich? It might sound too good to be true, but this unassuming coin could hold secrets that have collectors scrambling to uncover its mysteries. Imagine finding one of these coins in your pocket or an old jar, only to discover it's worth not just hundreds, not just thousands, but potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more. What makes this ordinary-looking nickel so extraordinary? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1938, designed by the talented Felix Schlag. It's a coin that most of us take for granted, blending seamlessly into our everyday lives. But 1958 was an interesting year for the Jefferson nickel. Minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the 1958 nickel wasn't initially known for anything out of the ordinary. No glaring errors were reported, and it was largely overlooked by collectors, until whispers of a rare anomaly began circulating in the numismatic community. What if I told you that one small variation could turn an average coin into a collector's dream? Hold on, because things are about to get fascinating. Let's talk about coin errors. Double dies, misstrikes, overstrikes, these are the holy grail for collectors. These errors are like fingerprints, unique and often unintentional, caused during the minting process. Coins with such features are prized for their rarity and value. Rumors of a rare misprint on the 1958 Jefferson nickel have kept coin enthusiasts buzzing for years. Could there be a double die reverse from that year, hiding among the millions of ordinary nickels? Experts have debated its existence, with some claiming they've seen one and others dismissing it as myth. But here's the kicker: if a confirmed double die reverse from 1958 were to surface, it could easily fetch hundreds of thousands at auction. Think that's impossible? Just wait until you hear about coins with similar errors that have broken records. Coins like the 1955 double die penny, famous for its dramatic doubling of letters, have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Even more recent examples, like the 1969 double die penny, have reached prices that leave most of us in awe. And while the 1958 Jefferson nickel might not yet be confirmed as having a similar error, the potential alone makes it worth investigating every single one you come across. But even without errors, condition plays a massive role in determining a coin's value. A 1958 nickel in mint state condition, graded MS 65 or higher, can already command significant prices among collectors. And if an error coin were graded at this level? The sky's the limit. So, how do you determine if your 1958 nickel is one of these potential treasures? It all starts with knowing where to look. First, examine the coin's mint mark. Coins from the Denver Mint will have a small, D mark on the reverse, while those from Philadelphia will have none. Then, look closely at the lettering and numbers on the coin. Doubling in areas like the United States of America text or the Monticello inscription could indicate a rare double die. The Monticello building itself is another critical spot. Anomalies or distortions here could signify a valuable minting error. To properly inspect your coins, you'll need a few tools. A magnifying glass or, better yet, a coin microscope can help you spot tiny details that the naked eye might miss. Good lighting is crucial, as is a reliable coin guidebook for cross-referencing features. Some experts even recommend photographing your coin under different angles to catch subtle irregularities. Let me share a real-world example of why this matters. In one case, a Jefferson nickel with a minor doubling on the reverse sold for over $10,000 at auction, simply because of its rarity in pristine condition. That's the kind of payday most of us wouldn't mind stumbling upon. Imagine finding not just one, but a handful of 1958 nickels in an old collection and realizing one of them has this elusive feature. It's stories like these that keep the dream alive for collectors everywhere. Now, here's the big question: how likely is it that the 1958 5-cent coin is truly special? While there's no confirmed record of a double die reverse from 1958, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, with rare coins turning up in the most unexpected places. Think of the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, a coin that wasn't even supposed to be minted, yet 5 of them surfaced years later, now worth millions each. Could a 1958 nickel hold a similar story? Only time will tell, but the potential alone makes it worth checking every coin in your collection. While most 1958 nickels might not make you a fortune, they do serve as a powerful reminder: treasure is often hiding in plain sight. Whether it's an overlooked coin or a seemingly ordinary piece of history, there's always the possibility of stumbling upon something extraordinary. So, the next time you're sorting through loose change, take a closer look. You might just hold a small piece of history that's worth far more than its face value. Now that you know the secrets of the 1958 nickel, what about other coins in your pocket change? Could there be a penny, dime, or quarter worth millions hiding in plain sight? Believe me, there are more mysteries to uncover. So, if you're ready to dive into the thrilling world of rare coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. In our next video, we'll reveal another coin mystery that could change your life. Don't miss it. Your treasure hunt has just begun. Imagine this: you're sifting through your spare change, barely glancing at each coin, when your eyes fall on an ordinary nickel. But what if I told you that this nickel, this 1979 5-cent piece, could be worth thousands of dollars, or even more? That's right. In this video, we're diving deep into the mysterious and extraordinary story of the 1979 Jefferson nickel. Could there be a hidden fortune hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might be digging through your coin jar with newfound excitement. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, a classic piece of design by Felix Schlag. Its depiction of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his beloved Monticello on the reverse has graced billions of coins over the decades. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced over 1 billion nickels, split between its Philadelphia and Denver facilities. It was a time when the U.S. faced inflation and economic uncertainty, and coins were mass-produced to meet the needs of a growing economy. At first glance, the 1979 nickel appeared just like any other. There were no groundbreaking design changes, no celebratory markings, and no obvious reason to give it a second thought. Yet, as history shows us time and time again, it's the unassuming coins that often hide the greatest secrets. Could this unremarkable little coin be holding something that numismatists, collectors, and treasure hunters have missed for years? Rare coins captivate collectors for one simple reason: they're rare. And sometimes, it's a mistake, an error, or an anomaly that transforms an ordinary coin into a prized possession. Over the years, we've seen countless examples of this. Coins with double die obverse, where the design appears doubled due to a misaligned die. Others struck off-center, creating a warped and unique appearance. Then there are coins with missing mint marks, an error so small yet so significant that it can skyrocket a coin's value. Take the famous 1969 double die penny, which fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Or the 1943 bronze penny, worth over $1 million due to its unexpected composition. Could the 1979 nickel have a similar story to tell? Reports have surfaced of strange markings, missing details, and potential errors in certain batches of this coin. Some speculate that double-die versions of the Monticello design may exist, while others wonder if a misaligned die could have produced subtle yet valuable variations. Could these whispers hold the key to unlocking the mystery of the 1979 nickel? One of the biggest factors in determining a coin's value is its condition. Mint state 65 and above, those pristine, untouched coins that look like they've just left the mint, are the gold standard for collectors. Even a slight scratch or blemish can drastically reduce a coin's worth. That's why finding a flawless 1979 nickel, despite its high production numbers, is such a rare feat. Most nickels from that era have been through decades of wear and tear, tossed in pockets, vending machines, and parking meters. But what if there's more to the 1979 nickel than just condition? Rumors persist of an elusive variant, a missing mint mark version that could make this coin incredibly valuable. Other stories speak of coins with subtle design anomalies, features that were overlooked for years until eagle-eyed collectors noticed something unusual. And here's the kicker: coins with similar errors from different years have fetched jaw-dropping sums at auctions. Imagine uncovering one of these rarities in your spare change. So, how can you tell if you've struck gold, or in this case, nickel? First, grab a magnifying glass or, better yet, a microscope. Start by examining the mint mark. In 1979, nickels were struck in both Philadelphia, which typically omitted a mint mark, and Denver, marked with a D. But anomalies could include missing or oddly placed mint marks, a telltale sign of something special. Next, inspect the obverse and reverse designs closely. Look for signs of doubling, particularly on the lettering or the Monticello building. Even faint irregularities could be the hallmark of a double die error. Pay attention to Jefferson's profile, as any unusual details there could also indicate a striking anomaly. Finally, check for off-center strikes or missing features. Coins with these characteristics often command significant premiums due to their uniqueness. Tools like coin reference guides can help you compare your nickel to standard examples, ensuring you don't miss anything significant. And here's where things get really exciting. Real-life stories of collectors stumbling upon valuable coins are more common than you think. Just a few years ago, a man discovered a rare coin in his pocket change that ended up selling for thousands at auction. Could you be the next lucky discoverer? The thrill of finding a hidden treasure like this is what keeps collectors and enthusiasts coming back for more. But let's address the big question: is there definitive proof of a valuable 1979 nickel? While no blockbuster discoveries have been confirmed yet, experts in the numismatic world agree on one thing: always check your change. History has shown us that rare coins often go unnoticed for decades before someone stumbles upon them. The possibilities are endless, and the mystery of the 1979 nickel remains tantalizingly unresolved. Even if the majority of these coins turn out to be worth face value, the potential for a rare find is too exciting to ignore. Every now and then, an ordinary-looking coin is revealed to have extraordinary value, turning its discoverer into an overnight millionaire. Could the 1979 nickel be the next big thing? So, as we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: what other treasures could be hiding in plain sight, right under your nose? Your pocket change, your old coin jars, or even the coins at the bottom of your couch could hold the key to a hidden fortune. And if you've ever wondered whether your coins are worth more than their weight in metal, you won't want to miss our next video. We're uncovering another piece of American coinage history that might just make you rich beyond your wildest dreams. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon, so you never miss a chance to learn about the treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket. The next hidden gem might be yours to find. What if I told you that a small, seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin from 1984 could be worth far more than you'd ever imagine? And I'm not talking about its face value. I'm talking about a hidden mystery behind it that's been baffling collectors for decades. Some might think a nickel is just a nickel, but what if that 5-cent coin in your pocket could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal exactly what makes the 1984 nickel so special and how you can spot a fortune hiding right under your nose. Before we dive deep into this, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered how your pocket change could be hiding a small fortune? It sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it? But trust me, many collectors just like you have stumbled upon rare coins in their spare change, and it's completely changed their lives. Imagine finding a coin worth thousands, or even millions, just by looking a little closer. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and who knows, you could be holding onto a goldmine right now. Ready to learn about this fascinating coin? Let's get started. To truly understand why the 1984 5-cent coin is so valuable, we need to take a quick trip through its history. The United States Mint has been striking nickels for centuries, but 1984 was a unique year in the world of coin production. Most of the coins minted that year were part of the regular circulation, meaning millions of them were produced without much fanfare. But here's where it gets interesting. While most of these coins were produced in huge numbers, 1984 marks a pivotal year for coin collectors, and there's something about this particular nickel that stands out from the rest. You see, certain 1984 nickels are hiding rare errors that make them incredibly valuable. What kind of errors, you ask? I'll tell you in just a moment. The standard 1984 nickel, like the ones you see in your pocket, features the famous portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, and on the reverse, you have an image of Monticello, his historic estate. At first glance, it seems like just another typical coin, right? This coin might not look like much when you flip it over, but there's a detail in the minting process that can completely change its value. And believe me, most people have no idea that these subtle flaws could be the key to making a small fortune. Let's take a closer look at the coin. What you're seeing here is the standard 1984 nickel. It might look completely ordinary, right? The kind of coin you've probably passed by 100 times, maybe even ignored. The smooth profile of Jefferson, the simple depiction of Monticello, nothing out of the ordinary, right? But hold on a second, there's something more to this coin than meets the eye. There are hidden secrets that many collectors have spent years searching for. In fact, the mystery surrounding the 1984 nickel has puzzled collectors and numismatists alike for decades. And the best part? You don't need to be an expert to spot it. You see, many people assume that a 1984 nickel is worth, well, just 5 cents. After all, it's a nickel. But if you think that's the end of the story, you're in for a surprise. Some of these coins are far more valuable than you might think. The truth is, rare versions of the 1984 nickel are highly sought after by serious coin collectors, and they can fetch thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of dollars at auction. But the real mystery lies in one particular category of 1984 nickels that's been the subject of intense interest for years: error coins. And I'm not just talking about slight imperfections you might find here and there. There's a specific error in the 1984 nickel series that can make a coin extraordinarily valuable. It's a rare minting mistake, and it's something that most people overlook, thinking it's nothing more than a simple flaw. But for collectors, this error is a game changer. And I'm going to show you exactly what to look for. One of the most famous errors is the double die variety, which occurs when the coin is struck twice, leaving behind a doubled image of the design. If you closely examine the 1984 nickel, you might notice that Jefferson's portrait is slightly doubled in certain areas. This error is incredibly subtle, but if you know what you're looking for, it can be worth hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars. Sounds too good to be true. Let's take a closer look. Here's the deal: not all 1984 nickels with double die errors are worth the same amount. Some are worth a fortune, while others might not fetch much at all. What makes the difference? It's all about the quality of the error, the positioning of the double die, and how well it shows up on the coin. So how can you tell the difference between a nickel worth a couple of dollars and one that's worth thousands? Well, you're in luck, because I'm about to show you exactly how to spot these rare, valuable versions. Keep watching. So, what's the real value of a 1984 nickel with these errors? It depends on a lot of factors, but let me give you a real-world example. At a recent auction, a 1984 nickel with a prominent double die error sold for over $2,000. That's right, $2,000 for a 5-cent coin. And here's the kicker, it wasn't the only coin that sold for a significant amount. There are cases where a 1984 nickel has sold for even higher prices, especially if it's in pristine condition and the error is particularly noticeable. For example, there was a 1984 double-die nickel that sold for nearly $8,000 because of how pronounced the error was, and you know what? You could have a coin worth hundreds, if not thousands, right in your pocket right now. That's right, your next pocket change could be hiding something valuable. Imagine the excitement of discovering that you've been carrying around a rare coin this whole time and never even knew it, but here's the catch, it's not enough to just have a 1984 nickel with an error. You need to know how to identify the rare, high-value versions. The condition of the coin matters a lot in determining its value. A coin that's in mint condition, nearly flawless, will obviously be worth more than a coin that's worn down or damaged. That's why grading your coin properly is crucial. And here's where things get even more interesting. In the world of coin collecting, the condition of a coin is graded using a system known as the Sheldon scale. Coins are graded from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin, free from any imperfections. A coin graded at MS 65, for example, is considered to be in mint condition, with very little wear and tear. So, how does this affect your 1984 nickel? Well, if your coin is graded at MS 65 or higher, you could be looking at a much bigger payout than if it's graded lower, say at MS 60. But that's not all. There's one more key element you need to know if you want to truly unlock the value of your 1984 nickel. And it's something that even experienced collectors sometimes miss. I'm about to reveal this secret in just a moment, and trust me, it could change everything for you. Now, let's get to the exciting part, how to actually spot the rare 1984 nickels in your collection. I'll show you exactly what to look for so you can start checking your own change. First, let's talk about the double die error, which is the most common and valuable error found on the 1984 nickel. To identify it, you'll need to carefully examine the date and Jefferson's portrait. If you notice a slight doubling of the numbers or the features, you might have a winner on your hands, but that's not the only error to look for. There are also die cracks, which are another common mistake that can increase a coin's value. A die crack is exactly what it sounds like, a crack in the die used to strike the coin. This crack can leave a distinctive mark on the coin, making it a unique find for collectors. If you spot a die crack on a 1984 nickel, you could be holding on to something valuable, and here's the final tip I promised you, the secret to finding these rare coins faster. Most collectors focus only on the typical places to find rare coins, online auctions, estate sales, and coin shops. But the truth is, the rarest 1984 nickels are often sitting right in your pocket. That's right, pocket change can be the best place to find a hidden treasure. So, the next time you grab your spare change, don't just toss those nickels aside. Take a moment to check for these rare and valuable errors, and who knows, you might be holding on to a small fortune. So, what are you waiting for? Start checking your change and looking for those rare 1984 nickels. You never know when you might stumble upon one of these valuable coins. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin hunting tips and coin collecting secrets. And hey, if you've ever found a rare coin in your change, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll uncover even more hidden treasures waiting to be discovered.